Oh my God. Chat. Okay. I have no idea if this thing's live or not, to be perfectly honest. Freaking background music. No idea. No way to confirm whether or not. All right. It's live. All right. Maybe it is live. Well, if it's live, it's live. It is live, isn't it? Okay. I can hear it on my phone. All right. It is live. It is live. It's live. All right. So, welcome to the first broadcast, as it were, of this person who has never broadcast anything before. The Tao of Blau is what we're calling it. Now, this is going to be a somewhat philosophical podcast, but I'm not averse to talking about anything, whether that be games. Yeah, it was my birthday. Whether that be games or philosophy or politics or whatever. I'm open the whole thing because it's all connected. That is the fact. It's all connected. Lately, I've been doing a lot of thinking, made a lot of growth, and kind of trying to proceed with the opening myself up, opening up to people, seeing what I can do to help people in the process, help myself to some degree. Got a lot of wisdom, a lot of intellectual wisdom. Still working on non-intellectual wisdom. I'm going to mess with this layout if I can. That's for guests. Anyway, it's just an experiment. What I plan to be doing is calling in, talking to some very interesting people. Got a lot of very interesting friends. And what I plan to do is just, let synchronicity and such be my guide on to proceed with this whole thing. Life works in interesting ways, and synchronicity is a big part of it. Synchronicity meaning just, sort of like molecules bouncing around, billiard balls bouncing around, making interesting things happen in your life. Opportunities happen when you do things. Molecules bouncing around means heat, chaos. It's things get produced. It's how things get cooked. It's how things warm up. And if you want to warm up your life, warm up your social activities or your business, or just shake things up, you need to get involved in activities so that things happen. And that's a big part of living. It goes pretty deep. We'll be talking about things like that. What I really would like to do is see if I can't get someone to call in. I was going to, like I don't plan things out really these days. Sometimes I find that serendipity is the best way things to happen. Just let things happen. Be more passive in your life and receptive to what's happening so that you can take advantage of opportunities. It sounds kind of contradictory. How can I be passive and receptive, but also make things happen? But it's not really a contradiction. You don't have to go out and acquire everything, this acquisitive sense that people have. They have to get this. Life is not, as it turns out, Pokemon, and you don't collect them all. Acquiring things, whether physical or intellectual, doesn't actually give you what you think you might be seeking. You may think you want to know why something works, why are things the way they are, and you analyze it with your brain, always trying to figure things out. That's an acquisitive, hunting kind of activity. It's kind of frantic, and it's not really, it's really the opposite of this kind of passive receptivity, opening yourself up feelings as opposed to hunting for intellectual knowledge and acquisition. Now, what can I do to invite people? It seems that bring speakers, moderators, or assistants into the studio. So you'd copy this thing and then send out introductions to various people, I suppose, is what it is. And that's what I would do if I planned things. Like I said, next time we're going to do a podcast. Now that I figured out how to do this technique, we'll do a real podcast and we'll invite some interesting people to talk about things like this. But for now, I'm going to sign out at about the minute mark and see how it goes. Peace. Be good to each other.